Hi friends, this is Devi, Z Fund expert and certified wealth manager. I'm here with this video today to analyze when should you exit mutual fund scheme based on Sharpe ratio and what are the key factors investor must check before redeeming the fund. Here the key points that the investor need to understand is a higher Sharpe ratio indicates that an investment or portfolio has generated more returns for each unit of risk taken. Also, we can say a higher Sharpe ratio suggests better risk adjusted performance. If you are planning to redeem a mutual fund, then we can have fair idea how Sharpe ratio can help you decide whether to stay or redeem. Suppose if you come across a mutual fund scheme that deliver 12% annualized return, now this might be tempting because investors look for funds with high annualized return. However, this factor, the return generated from the scheme, though a valid one, must not be only factor behind deciding your investment. Investors must be consider the risk as well. Every investment has a degree of risk associated with it. In fact, if it is often a higher risk that has potential to produce a high return. But if you need to think through, is the risk in your investment worth the returns? In other words, we need to evaluate how much returns are you earning for every unit of risk you taken. Here in this scenario of decision making, one commonly used measure to evaluate this risk adjusted return is the Sharpe ratio, which indicates how much excess return is generated for each unit of risk undertaken. Therefore, in case you are planning to redeem a mutual fund, you must check how Sharpe ratio can help you decide whether to stay in the investment or to redeem the fund. Higher Sharpe ratio generally indicates better risk adjusted performance, but the investors should not redeem a mutual fund solely because its Sharpe ratio has fallen. Instead, an exit may be considered when the fund Sharpe ratio remains consistently lower than its category average and benchmark over a long period, such as past 3 to 5 years. And if the scheme has been underperforming its peers on both returns and risk adjusted returns, or in case the fund's investment strategy or fund manager has changed, and if the fund no longer aligns with the investor financial goal or risk profile. Hence, it's very important to understand that the key factors that needs to be checked before you redeeming the funds. That firstly, you need to compare the funds with returns with its benchmark index over 3, 5 and 7 year periods. Then you need to check whether the fund consistently ranks in the bottom of its category. Also, you need to compare only with funds in the same category, such as small cap with small cap or flexi cap with flexi cap funds. And then when the fund manager changes assets can affect future performance. Also, in case the expense ratio is higher than the cost, can reduce investor return over a period of time. And finally, if the original goal has achieved or investor risk appetite has changed, then redemption may be justified. Please book your consultation today using the below link for any financial advice or expert recommended funds to invest which best suits your financial goals. For more such insight into the different topics, Stay tuned for my next piece of content. Until then, take care. Bye.